made it and plays. And Sean Maloney, who's won this competition twice with Celtic, back once more in the Celtic colours for another crack at this tournament. Our referee is Craig Thompson, who takes charge of a major cup final, maybe in his grasp this season. The last of the quarter-finals to be played. It's the first home tie for Kilmarnock in this competition since they made the 2007 League Cup final, and we're underway at Rugby Park. Wilson knocks the ball across. Just wonder how long it will take for this tie to come to life in the last round here at Rugby Park. The fans saw 6 goals in the opening 33 minutes. We'd settle for a repeat. Donati trying to get involved. Free kick awarded. Taro. Dropped inside by McGiddy. On to Brown. Nakamura faced up by Bryson. And to Gary Caldwell, the captain's armband. Decent pass forward. Nice flick by McGiddy. Not so by McDonald. Taro battling. And Pascali brings the ball down neatly. Goes it away from Scott Brown. Jamie Hamill, midfield berth this evening. And Grant Murray has a look. All the way back onto Alan Cole. Quickly forward to go for it. It comes to Fernandez. That's just 2 hard hits initially for Toole. Good recovery by the Moroccan. Lovely step over. McGiddy comes out to help. Doesn't win it. Toole has it. He goes past 3 Celtic players. Toole goes down. The referee looks. And the referee says no penalty. Mehdi Toole's not complaining. That perhaps tells you all you need to know. Craig Thompson in a great position to make the call.
I don't even know if he tried nutmeg, but Mark Wilson was trying to stay on his feet. I don't think it was a penalty. Toole goes down, as you say, no complaint, but Wilson tried to stay up. For me, not a penalty, Paul.
Murray sends it out wide. Good start, good tempo to the match. And through Invincible, nicks it ahead. Oh, Gary Caldwell is certainly looking very lively to start with. Danny Invincible. The home fans thought it was a penalty. They would, we didn't.
To be fair to, you see there, a little step over. Nutmegs Mark Wilson. McGiddy tries to step in and help. He goes past him. Wilson just trying to stand up. Goes down too easily for me, not a penalty.
And that's a good call. Bonich away quickly. Fowler made his presence known to McGiddy. Donati. To Maloney. Donati once more. His only previous appearance this season in this competition against Livingston. Hinkle with a give and go on to McDonald. Fraser Wright comes across. Very strong, and he'll get the throw. That came off the boot of Scott McDonald. Nice bite stem.
Yeah, has good pace to the game. Great presence here from Fraser Wright. McDonald going for it. He's right on top of him. Makes McDonald play it out. But as you say, Paul, good pace, good tempo in this cup tie so far.
Fernandez breaking through against the day. Fernandez sensibly holds up. 3 Celtic players around him, could do with some help, and does well to win the throw. He certainly looks up for it.
I think we'll call them meaty challenges.
We'll take them. Tackling it is allowed in the game. Pascali, who's made a good impact here. And Jeffries signing him, 3-year deal. He's settled well to the heart of the midfield. Hinkle thumps it away. Lily underneath. There was a nudge there, but it was a shoulder nudge. Wilson onto McGiddy. Back onto Mark Wilson. And Scott McDonald plays it infield. Not everybody here at Kilmarnock quite appreciates Aidan McGiddy. And the free kick is awarded. It laid on to Maloney. Donati. On to Wilson. Maloney. Fowler should take that. And Lily across to Murray. On to Craig Bryson, playing wide on the left this evening. He's been playing a more central role. Forward on to Fernandez. He wasn't taken out according to the referee. Bryson gets up. To Invincible. And taken out by Scott Brown. He was simply beaten by Danny Invincible. And it's a free kick and nothing more.
It's good play from Invincible. You know, he's a hold-up player. He holds it, just takes a little touch. Brown takes him out. It's a dangerous free kick out on that left hand side.
It's been an interesting choice for Jim Jeffries to go with Invincible and Fernandez, the experience up front. Conor Salmon on the bench. Eddie Towell, who scored Kilmarnock's goal against Celtic from the penalty spot, and the sides met in the SPL. Penalty area packed as you would imagine. Towell flicks it in. Pasquale went for it, knocked away by Wilson. Donati onto McGeady, being tracked back by Hamill. McGeady gets into good position, almost went through. Money picked up, sent away. Pinkel past Brown. White fires it forward. The challenge came in from behind, and the referee will not stand for that. Shake of the head, pensive look. He's tried almost everything against Celtic apart from the kitchen sink. Could come on at half time. Donati. He with a good solid header. Out of play. But night for Grant Murray. He's been out the picture, played 7 times in the reserves this season. And then the left back both. Mark Wilson. Good noise inside Rugby Park. This 4th quarter final. Kilmarnock looking to complete a home side Grand Slam after last night's quarter finals, producing all home wins. The away teams actually scored last night. One ball from Combe. Fernandez and Caldwell, bit of grappling. Fernandez takes it quickly. The offside flag is up on the far side. It was a good idea, but he just went that little bit too early. And that was the problem for Craig Bryson.
Yeah, he just goes a little bit early. Celtic through the line. Good thinking by Fernandez. Gets a foul but takes a quick free kick. Sets Bryson free. Going to watch that one tonight. Bryson getting off of Nakamura. It's up to Brown to get out there, or Hinkle to handle Bryson and his runs.
He is having a superb season, Craig Bryson. Ever present. And making his presence felt too. For Donati, infield. Murray quickly up to Invincible, and passes it straight on to Nakamura. You don't want to do that, as they say. Maloney. Nakamura on to Wilson. On to Nakamura once more. Plenty of space for Celtic. There's Maloney, plays it through and foul it. Just do the simple things at these times to knock the ball out of play.
We really have to talk, because McGeady and Nakamura, they both got in the pitch, leave the space for the full-backs going wide, but the central two Kilmarnock players must talk, and their back four.
Maloney gets it on to Wilson. It was blocked, and not convincing away by Hamill. Sean Maloney looks to be in a fair bit of pain. And there was a challenge on him as he put the ball through. Referee Craig Thompson allowed play to go on. He saw the advantage for Celtic. Towell goes across to check. This was the problem. Scally the hunter. Towell going in, just standing on the foot.
Yeah, accidental, but it's a sore one, especially on a bitter night like tonight. So, as I say, it's a great tempo so far. There's been a few challenges. It's a typical cup tie.
Towell, that's a nice touch on to Hamill. Hamill, get it past Donati. Simply done by Navaday. Marko Boric, who's these troubles to seek recently. Problems on the international front, on and off the field. Caldwell forward. Bing the angle pass. Wilson got it down, looked like it stayed in. Good control, Wilson. On to Maloney, McGeady, so sharp in his movement. McGeady has to move away from Fowler, does so. On to Nakamura. Ankle and Donati. Kilmarnock chasing gold at the moment. Maloney back on to Donati. Great ball and good tracking back from Jamie Hamill. Terrific play by Celtic. Holding on left, right, back to the left. And the first corner of the match goes the way of the visitors.
It's a movement, isn't it? It's McGeady in the pitch again, and eventually comes out to Maloney, who finds himself on the left hand side. First time to Donati, great energy to get there, blocked away for the corner.
And Sean Maloney will go to take. Plenty in the box. Darren O'Day is there. It's not a great ball, but it was one of those ones from Danny Invincible. If that had gone in, you could have seen it on YouTube for the next year and a half, I'm sure.
Brilliant. At that front post to get a connection, and he doesn't get the right one. It nearly ends up in his own net, but if you're in that front post area, you must do better than that.
It's horrific. Ball across, simple goal! So easy, so simple, and so Scott McDonald.
I think it's Grant Murray that's dropped him. He's 6 yards, he does that, it's a movement, he just peels off the goalkeeper. It's an easy header, 4 yards out, 5 yards out, he just pops it in the net. Grant Murray drops him for that second. There you go. Can't get near him, Grant Murray. Poor marking, but a great header from McDonald.
Well, you don't normally expect him to come up with a header, but he did just that. Simple, beautiful glancing header. I'll call furious. And Kilmarnock, well, if it was hard, it's now harder.
Well, not half. I mean, set out and the sheets are up on the boards as a manager. You know, you are chosen to pick up certain players, and Scott McDonald's certainly one of those players. You pick up the centre halves, the big men, when they come up, the strikers have got to be picked up. He's close to him, but he's not doing a good enough job. McDonald, we talked about before the match, and you know what he's capable of, just sticks it in the net.
On the last 16 visits to Rugby Park, Celtic have scored, make that 17 in a row. They do love playing here. It's a home from home. Donati under some pressure. Back onto Boric, and what will make Jim Jeffries furious? A, it's a goal from the set play, and B, Kelly had started well. That's given away. Scarlett onto Towell. Towell goes in. Now, I'd like to see that again. It looked like he dived. He certainly went up and over. Wilson onto Donati. Celtic first away goal in the quarter-finals of this season's competition. Celtic have scored in every domestic match so far this season. 11 minutes it took them here at Rugby Park. Nakamura. That's a lovely ball. Comes Wilson. Moves it away from Toole, but Toole recovered well. Pascali up against Maloney.
Look where the Celtic two wide midfielders are. McGeady and Nakamura way in the pitch again. It's just great movement. You don't see Towell and Bryson doing that for Kilmarnock. That's practice on the training pitch. You come in, leave the space for the wide players and the full backs to get forward.
Nakamura, Celtic continuing to press. Scott Brown with a poor ball. And what can Kilmarnock do? Fernandes still almost onto Invincible. Brought back to O'Day. Bryson, that was a lovely touch. O'Day takes him out. The offside flag goes up. The free kick will be the first decision, and that's what the referee's gone with.
Just good refereeing from Craig Thompson. Yeah, the Phil given. Bryson's poked it past his man, and Invincible's in, but he's offside. Brings it back. Good decision from referee Thompson.
O'Day looking on. He was a sub at Hamilton this season. That's one from the start tonight. Craig Thompson. It's a real smile. Towell has a look. Lily right, Invincible. Ball swung in. It's an awkward one, and Boric comes and takes it. Came off Danny Invincible, and Danny Invincible then saw his header plucked out there after Boric. Nakamura onto Maloney. Maloney to McDonald, just hit that too hard. Toole goes in, but even then McDonald almost recovered. Bryson into Fernandes. It was a handball. There's Hinkle caught out there. Kilmarnock haven't been cowered by the goal. Still trying to play, they're still trying to pass. Towell alongside. Lily on to Hamill. Also could be vulnerable here. Kilmarnock rather run away from Jamie Hamill, not giving him the support. The referee wants a word with Grant Murray, and there's blood on the side of the face. Grant Murray has to go and get some repair work. There's a little bit of concern, and we'll deal with them sitting down. Towell, that's nice back to Fowler. Indeed, he got in there well. Fowler battling back. Donati. Fowler just tried to hit it off the Italian, couldn't do so. Scott McDonald, 4 goals in his 2 previous appearances at Rugby Park. This was pretty simple stuff.
It's a small movement, Paul. It's a yard, 2 yards, but it's effective. And if the man doesn't go with him, he's first to the ball. And as in that occasion, he just has to, the pace is on the ball, he just has to let the ball hit off his head and into the middle of the net.
Give credit to Sean Maloney for the delivery. There's been some terrible set plays and corners this season, but he really delivered that well. Day. Fernandez to Boric. Kilmarnock still down to 10.
Pulled Invincible away to the left until Grant Murray gets himself back on the pitch when he comes now.
Brown tried to play that through. Wilson made a great run. It was well read by Fowler. Pascali. Rather fortunate to get away with that. Slipped down. Throw taken. Pascali. Infield it goes on to Hamill. Hamill dragged it wide. Invincible came the other way. Out of play on the far side it goes. And Jim Jeffries has seen it all before against Celtic. But again, he's seen it before, but he'll be relatively happy with the way that his side has opened up.
Well, they passed the ball well, disappointed losing the goal because it was poor marking, but since then the onus is on them to get the ball and try and get the equaliser and pass the ball. And so far Kilmarnock have certainly done that, but really disappointed that his side are a goal down.
Runs the header onto Towell. Excellent, solid. When he got the shout, but Pascali was behind him. Hinkle onto Nakamura. Seems to find space every time in this field. Ball back with McGeady. The 2 playing in each other's pockets now. That's on beautifully onto Nakamura. Nakamura seemed to go down very easily. Towell moves forward. It's a terrible ball by Towell. McGeady has it, Nakamura's onside, it goes wide. Killingworth breaking, Celtic on the counter. That's flicked back, that's beautiful, McGeady! Brilliant hit. I think the goalkeeper got the touch on, that's a great save.
It is a great save. It's great movement again. It's McGeady, as I said, find themselves over on the far side. Nakamura, a little reverse, and boy does he catch it, but home, great fingertip save, just touches it around the post.
That's a brilliant angle to Alan Cole. Sensational. Well, that's corner, they conceded. Alan Cole taking no chances that time. And Fowler away. Good spice to the game. Beautifully. Comes McGeady. He's dispossessed him. The 2 Italians battle. Donati wins it. Tell you what, Celtic are passing this ball about beautifully. Maloney. Nakamura wants it played out to the right hand side. gets his wish, and Grant Murray jumped. And was just a little bit lucky.
Yeah, he gambled, he got away with it. He puts Nakamura off, it just comes off and goes to the throw in. Apart from, as I was saying, McGeady and Nakamura coming in the pitch, Maloney's finding those little areas. And it's hard for them, but Killer defence have to squeeze up, try and tighten those areas so that he can't cause a problem. But right now, he's coming off the Killer defence, he's got acres of room just to pick passes out Maloney.
Pascali broke off Hinkle, Fernandez won it. And really Caldwell, a mighty thump forward, and Alan Cole just shouts to his defence. He'll say he'll take it. I was going to say he'll be happy with a start, but Gordon Strachan always wants more from his team.
I was thinking he must be delighted, and camera flashes onto him and he's going bananas at one of his players.
I'm sure they heard him too. 4-0 Celtic beat Livingston in the last round. Kilmarnock can join that fight 4-2 win against Aberdeen. Sends it forward, heading back inside by Hinkle. Donati. Murray brings it down. Bryson is there. It's decent play from Kelly when they get it on the ground. Donati to Caldwell. That's a great pass forward. Lilly was leaning over the top. That's why the whistle went. Just wasn't a hit and hope out of defence. Caldwell knew where that was going. On to Brown. Hinkle to McDonald. That's great movement by McDonald away from right. Still goes for it. And straight down at the goalkeeper. Fraser Wright's not often beaten like that. Caldwell with the bump. I don't understand why centre halves do that. If you're not going to win it, stand up. The centre forward there's not going to do much against you.
Well, it just happened, Lily. And the Celtic player a few moments ago, and then it was up the pitch, and Caldwell goes right through Invincible. There's a couple of little silly free kicks being given away, and it can cause trouble.
Murray now on free kick duty. Curled in, looking for Fraser Wright. He scored in the quarter-final of this competition before. 2 against Motherwell. Out to Toho. 3 Celtic jerseys round him. He had little chance. Fowler. Back to Fowler. That's a good crossover. Bryson with a header. Caldwell away. Almost fell for Invincible. Hooked back in and away. Grant Murray sending it back to the danger area. Fraser Wright trying to send it down. It was Hinkle who headed it away. And they've had their fair share of possession come on it.
It's a great ball from Fowler, but I think Craig Bryson's caught in two minds. Does he want to go for the far corner and go for goal, or does he think about maybe knocking it back into an area? I think he's in between. He does neither.
Hinkle was taken down by Danny Invincible. And the German, who started the first 4 games this season, back in the side, just gets clattered by Danny Invincible. And time for some treatment. I'm not sure there's too much Andreas Hinkle could do to get out the way. Danny Invincible coming across is certainly the Invincible. Moved his elbow back. It looked worse from that angle. And Andreas Hinkle shocked.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's caught him, but he's not that type of player, Danny Invincible. It is a sore one, but sometimes things like that just happen. Hinkle just getting himself up now. Get back to his feet.
Troy Thompson speaking to Gary Caldwell. It could be more than a couple of headache tablets to make him feel better there. And they'll certainly take all precautions, that's for sure. Andreas Hinkle is a tough player, certainly struggling a little Hughes is up there, a tough old defender in his day too, John Hughes. And it was a good win for his side last night. He'll be delighted Brian Rice alongside him.
He'd have been up minutes ago.
Here come Kilmarnock. Moving away once more, Scott Brown dropped in to the right full back area. And Andreas Hinkle now return to Scott Brown. Get moved back to his normal midfield role. Invincible from Pascali. Pascali was looking for Toole. Followed by Fowler. And the offside flag goes up, the referee will give it. Celtic with plenty of the ball, although Kilmarnock have did a few things when they've had it, but they've knocked it about well.
Yeah, but not often enough, as you can see by the possession there. Celtic have the more quality and kept the ball longer. You know, Kilmarnock have to try and get it down and pass it a lot more and wait for the right option and the right time to get forward.
Followed by Maloney into Wilson, and Lily had no alternative but to knock it behind. Well, having lost a goal from a corner, you're always worried. You've got to make sure that everybody picks up.
It's just McGeady away in the central area again. You know what happens. Maloney gets on it in those dangerous areas. Wilson's on the overlap, just gives him it, and they get the corner again. It's just great movement all round from Celtic.
Maloney takes, shouts of away, but there's a little flick header again from Scott MacDonald. Again finds himself on the end of it, but couldn't get it on target.
But gets more on it, scores again. He uses his body so well. He just bumps into Grant Murray, takes that yard, and this time he doesn't get enough purchase on it. If he gets a little bit more on it, I'm sure it ends up in the net again.
Grant Murray first came back in the top team from a starting point of view. He has been playing in the reserves, but the gulf is huge.
Well, it is, and you're not match fit as well, but you know, he is a good defender. I've played with Grant, and that's one thing he is good at, but he's been caught out twice here, and I'm sure Jim Jeffrey was saying to him, don't let that happen again, because he's got to get tight, he's got to be gripping him, he's got to make sure that MacDonald doesn't make that yard of space.
Good decision that time on the challenge by Jamie Hamill. Here comes McGeady. McGeady under pressure from two, and Fowler got the touch from behind according to the referee. Jamie Fowler has the run of an innocent man. Well, the card comes out. I think it was for the run to the ref.
Yeah, it wasn't for the foul. I just think James Fowler's a little bit after us to Craig Thompson, and Craig Thompson isn't having any of that.
First booking of the evening. One of the players in danger of being suspended. Nakamura launches it across. Simple header away by Fraser Wright, breaks back into the middle, and Grant Murray is the man who clears Hinkle. Well, it was a simple hit into Fernandez. Craig Bryson looking for Invincible. That's a great pass. Invincible now. Wilson beside him. Invincible trying to find a way past. Holds up, looking for help. All the way back onto Murray. Murray, that's neat down the line. Bryson. It's a beautiful 1-2, work the ball across, and the goalkeeper, a good shout to Gary Caldwell, and gathered easily. I don't think Kelly had anybody in the box.
No, Invincible had held it up, and he was the one that passed it, but he's got to bust a gut to get in the box. Until even more so on this right hand side, it's away across on the left. He's got to be busting himself to get in there, but neither of the two of them just managed to get in the box. It's a great cross from Grant Murray as well.
Aidan McGeady, Pascali takes him down. The yellow card immediately reached for by the referee. He wasn't hanging about there.
Finding it hard to stop him tonight. McGeady's on his game, gets away from Pascali and just scythed him down, and it's a definite booking.
Here comes McGeady. Nakamura on the overlap. McGeady holds up, doesn't use the Japanese. Low ball across. Flipped away. Hamill goes after it. I'll break down to Wilson. Takes it over Pascali. And Pascali is the man penalised by the referee.
I think he realises he's just been broke. He pulls out. He does the right thing, Pascali.
Kilmarnock trailing by 1-0. They've lost their last dozen here against Celtic. 11 in the SPL, 1 in the Scottish Cup. Alan Cole must hate the sights. Or rather the hoops or the away kit of Celtic. Maloney and Nakamura. And he started to come forward. He's dropped back again. Donati. McDonald in the advanced position, just 2 in front. Maloney goes for goal, and Alan Combe just withdraws. Knew it was wide.
Yeah, he's across quickly. He's got it covered to his right hand post, but tries to reverse it, Maloney, but he's not going to beat Combe from there.
Celtic conceded in 3 of the last 4 League Cup ties. Out last season in the quarter-finals against Hearts at home, and there is Velichka doing the damage. Tonight they lead. Fernandez, nice ball. Hamill's there, 2 in the box. Good covering from Mark Wilson. It hits the face of the front of the stand and comes on the way back down.
It's good from Kelly, it's not enough, but every time they've dropped top to Invincible or Fernandez, they've been managing to hold up and bring other players into play. They have to do that more often, but it's got to be the right way to pass.
David Lilly forward, not scored this season. Will he see it this time? He did. And Donati pumps it away. Hamill was unconvincing against Nakamura. Comes back onto Fraser Wright. That is a hit and hope. And Caldwell back on to the other number 5. Hamill spins. Invincible trying to go in behind. Caldwell will play it. Sensible from Gary Caldwell. Just wasn't sure where Danny Invincible was. You do the sensible thing.
Yeah, no chances. Talk about it later. Take control of the situation. Caldwell does exactly that. Boris is coming, but he deals with it.
Bryson. The ball back to Murray. Hamill couldn't get there. Here comes McGeady. The pace of Ida McGeady onto Brown. Brown just did enough. Flicked it back onto McGeady. McDonald in the box. Celtic looking for a second. McGeady comes in. Up in the air by Fowler. The goalkeeper's going to be under pressure, but he gathers. He got pushed by his own defender. But in the end, nothing came of it.
Does well, Combe. He keeps his eye on the ball. It's spinning, it's up in the air. Brown's falling backwards towards him, but he doesn't take his eye off the ball. It's a good catch by Combe.
Kilmarnock have got a problem. Gavin Skelton is preparing to come on. Danny Invincible. And as the ball goes away, well, Fraser Wright looks like he's the man who's going towards the bench. And that's a blow. Fraser Wright, a sub on opening day, ever present since. And Fraser Wright goes off. Gavin Skelton comes on. 2 subs in his last 5. And he'll immediately come and take the throw. Well, that will be a shuffle now. Skelton trying to make an instant impact. Pass into the box or straight at Donati. And a sliding challenge from Grant Murray. Well, it's been tough for defenders so far. He's got the cut. Fraser Wright is off. Hamill. SPL action at the weekend. Divisions 1, 2 and 3 as well. You can get all the details. Sports Scene, Saturday 4:30 on BBC One Scotland. Join David Curry and the team.
Skelton just slipping at left back, Paul. Then when he tucks in one, goes to left centre half.
That's interesting from Jim Jeffries. I wondered if perhaps Hamill might have come back. Murray, not a natural centre half, to be fair to him. And Fraser Wright was off, of course. No Simon Ford, out for 6 weeks with a hamstring tear. Gary Hay, the normal left back, just back in training this week. As Kilmarnock have it through Fernandes. Fernandes takes the turn. That's delightful from Fernandes. On to Invincible. Invincible needs to make something happen here. Shaping up to shoot! Neatly done from Danny Invincible. Worked one way and then t'other. But his goal tally for the season remains on 1.
Well, those two are causing problems. We said that great hold-up play by Fernandes. Spots a great pass. Invincible takes it in, turns. He's got two on the right-hand side. He's not having any of it. He tries to bend it. He just misses Boris's left-hand post.
One of these ones, Billy, if he'd been on target. Interesting to see if Arthur Boric would have got there. They normally do fancy the goalie. Dan O'Day, short back. Arthur Boric, plenty of power forwards. And the offside flag is up. No decision on the dancing between Murray and McDonald. Kilmarnock and Celtic. Kilmarnock 0, Celtic 1. Scott McDonald after 11 minutes. Invincible wins it well. On to Towell. Towell across. Gary Cornwell away. Sean Maloney got it down and protected it also. Hinkle. And Brown. Skelton goes in. Hinkle again. On to Nakamura. Skelton closes him down quickly. Across. Taken down by Fernandes. Good play. Sends it out wide. Invincible is there. That's a great sliding challenge. O'Day, then he lost out. Danny Invincible clips it across. Gary Caldwell. Solid. Nakamura was simple. McGeady. Delightful touch. And the pass intercepted by David Lilly. Gary Tyrrell. Taken down by Mark Wilson. The referee went for the pocket and then decided to keep the hand out of the shorts, and the Kilmarnock fans think that should win a yellow card.
Yeah, it could have been. He takes him right out of the play, but the referee chose not to show it on that occasion.
Towell on to Fowler. Kilmarnock have a corner, and they are going for it. Kilmarnock. A pretty good cup tie. And Lilly comes forward. Fernandes swings it in. Caldwell again. He's owning the penalty box at the moment, Gary Caldwell. And problems as Skelton couldn't get on the end of it. McDonald onto Nakamura. Here comes Brown. McGeady's out wide. Brilliantly done. Aidan McGeady looking to try and give Celtic 2 before the break. Alan Combs seen that before.
That was classic counter-attack though. From one side to the other. Nakamura, Brown, out to McGeady, tries to find the far corner. Good save from Combe.
Kelly respond. Fernandes. Infield on to Hamill. Good play, Bryson. Back onto Hamill once more. Here's Gavin Skelton. Caldwell lost out that time. Celtic had enough players back. Brown down on the ground to Nakamura. Skelton still a little hit into the Japanese there, who's not impressed. McDonald loses out to Hamill. Donati. Talked about Grant Murray being out of things. The same with Donati as well, being out of the picture at Celtic. He'll look to impress tonight. Here comes Nakamura. Solid challenge again by Gavin Skelton. It's almost like he's making up for lost time not being on the pitch from the start. Bryson goes in. Nakamura standing. Free kick, Kilmarnock. It's starting to boil.
As we said about the pace and the tempo, challenges flying in.
He must get booked for that. He just put his hands on the referee's face. Sorry, Billy, but he has to get booked for that. And he's now walking away. He doesn't realise it's for him. It's for you.
Doesn't usually show his emotions, Nakamura, but he's pointing out to Craig Thompson. That's 4 or 5 challenges I've had and I've not had no protection, and eventually he shows his frustration.
Well, there's no doubt he kicks Bryson, but the problem is, it's not the fact he's raising the hand, it's the fact that it's going towards the referee's face that I think Craig Thompson takes exception to. Never mess with a wire. In fact, Celtic got the free kick decision. Must have been for the slightly earlier challenge. Tasty stuff if you like your football, just a little bit on the raw side.
Can't beat it.
Scott Brown getting involved too. Kilmarnock's best against Celtic. 2 draws in the last 6 years. A win each in December 2002 and 0-0 last season on opening day. A push that time by Scott Brown. The referee spotted it. And a little bit of talking going on as well. Hamill might get spoken to also.
It's carried on right in front of the dugouts. Hamill, Brown having a little pop at one another. Gets into centre circle, ball's en route. Brown just gives him a little bump. Hamill gives him a little bit what for.
Scott Brown having capturing his form. And he's still having a little chat to Jamie Hamill. Not pleasant, I can tell you. Skelton forward. Pascali goes up with Lilly. The referee didn't like it. Well, it was a kick out there, I thought.
Little knee, just into Pascali.
Goes down.
He's not happy.
The innocent Italian face. Day just stays calm, he looks that sort. The Dubliner. Boric away. Further pass Pascali. Half time just over 3 minutes away. You get the thoughts of Craig Levein and Pat Nevin with Dougie Vipond in the studio. Darren O'Day. Lilly. Wrong side of Fernandez. James Fowler onto Toole. Bryson's wide on one side. Toole goes past McGiddy. Did he lift his hand? Toole, little ball forward. Onto Fernandez, the angle, it's a brilliant pass, Bryson, just too hard, the offside flag is up. It was a great ball, threaded through, but Bryson, did he go early?
Oh, it's a fraction, but it's lovely build-up play. Toole taking it first, and he slips it to Fernandez, and as I say, he's holding it up, he's waiting for Bryson's run. It's a great little reverse ball, in behind Hinkle. Bryson just a fraction early, great move from Kilmarnock.
Good call from Gary Sweeney, the assistant referee, on the near side. They often have a little pop when they get it wrong. Always fair to say when they get it right too. Gary Sweeney on this side here. John Gilmore on the far side. Craig Thompson has booked 3 players so far. Boric. Long. Skelton. Infield. Murray knocks it down. It's on to Hamill. Bryson. Up onto Fernandez, who goes down. Caldwell penalised. He's done 1 or 2, he'll have to watch Gary Caldwell. Chance for Kilmarnock. Scored in the last 10 consecutive matches. Scored in 11 of 12 this season. On ball, looking for Pascali. Maloney, horrible ball. Brown, there's 3 round him. And the referee felt that Hamill was the man going up, and the Hamill-Brown affair will continue for a while yet.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit naughty, but can't beat that in a good cup tie. It's actually helped Kilmarnock, all these little stoppages and free kicks, because Celtic were really getting the ball down the first probably half an hour of this match. The last 15 minutes or so, play's been broken up, and it's sort of suited Kilmarnock so far.
Celtic have kept Kilmarnock at bay. Celtic haven't actually conceded in the opening 25 minutes this season. That particular record stays intact. Murray goes up too early, and Scott McDonald wanders away. His timing just out of sync there. And he was climbing.
There's too many of them, got to realise. Just putting their team in trouble. It's at a height, it's coming into McDonald, just up to his chest. Sometimes, you said it, Paul, got to give yourself a yard. You can't win everything. You go and defend, you step off, and you defend from there.
Well, especially if you've got Nakamura. If Nakamura is not around, you've got Maloney. Brown can have a pop from this distance. McGeady too. Big moment in the match for Kilmarnock. Trailing by 1-0. There'll be 3 additional minutes. Nakamura standing over. 2 goals this season. Sean Maloney's on the other side. It is Nakamura, and it's a fantastic free kick goal by Shinsuke Nakamura. Combe got a hand to it, couldn't keep it out. It's the only competition he'd previously never scored in for Celtic. He's got the Grand Slam now. Kilmarnock 0, Celtic 2.
Well, he's had his doubters over the last few weeks, but what a way to answer him. He goes and he checks his angles, has a little look, takes a step back. Combs already there, but just the execution, and Combs gets a little fingertip on it, but he can't stop that effort.
Well, he's had a few special free kicks in his time. Add that to the DVD collection, and Kilmarnock now have it all to do. Towell plays it through, sends it out wide for Bryson. There's a more drama to come in stoppage time. That's the problem about conceding free kicks. We mentioned it, we said it, I'm sure everybody knew it, that Nakamura is more than capable of this. The left foot supplying, and Alan Cole couldn't palm it out.
I'm sure Jim Jeffries mentioned the fact before the game, Paul, do not give away silly free kicks round the box, or that's what can happen. They've been doing it all night, and he's made them pay, because that's an absolutely splendid free kick.
Arnold had his shot blocked. Pascali onto Towell. Kilmarnock need a lift, and all we're going to do is concede the free kick for the handball. So they've scored more than 1 goal in each of the last 6 visits here. They've got 8 in the last 2. And Jim Jeffries, well, he said, have conceded from the set play from the corner, the set play from the free kick. And Celtic don't need any help. McDonald almost got it onto Maloney. Skelton plays it away. Here comes Fernandez, terrible pass. Danny Mitchell had no idea what it was, just wasn't the right ball. And the loss of Fraser Wright is looming large for Kilmarnock. They've lost the height at the back. The experience of Fraser Wright, the goal scoring ability, delightful from Donati. McGeady into Wilson. Scott Brown. Now Nakamura. Kilmarnock could do with a half-time whistle. Hinkle to McDonald. Back onto Nakamura. Back onto McDonald. McDonald taken down on the edge of the box. Well, to concede 1 free kick in stoppage time and careless. To concede 2, make your own mind up.
Yeah, it's another silly one. He doesn't have to tackle. I think it's Pascali just catches him, but again, great movement from Celtic. I just think coming down to Kilmarnock, the size of this pitch, just they love it. Lets them get all their movement into the game, passing. But we know that's the most important one. The movement is unbelievable. It's killing Kilmarnock.
I know it brings other people into play, but you put a man on the line to help your goalkeeper here.
Yeah, but then that sometimes just brings people back into your area. You know, forwards can get in there, put you off. Sometimes it's better just keep them out of the way.
Maloney against Nakamura. Is there to be a repeat? They do bring a man back, and now forward. Will it be Maloney? Well, Nakamura. He's hit 1, why not 2? And the referee just saying you can take it now. Nakamura to finish the tie. Doesn't get up off the ball that time. The referee will have a look at his watch. Hinkle plays the ball back in. Alan Combe comes, and Gallagher's well taken by Alan Combe. Additional time has come and gone. Alan Combe just wanted to hold on to the ball. He wants the half-time whistle.
Yeah, just got to get in at half-time, get their focus back, play for the next goal.
And Greg Thompson obliges with the whistle. Nakamura, just a terrific free kick. Scott McDonald, a clever header. And that's the 2 goals that have made the difference. Just got away from Grant Murray, the glancing header. And Scott MacDonald celebrated. And then in stoppage time, Nakamura, almost unstoppable from the free kick. Alan Combe thumps the post in disgust. It's Celtic who have the smiles. Half-time, the Cooperative Insurance Cup quarter-final tie. Kilmarnock 0, Celtic 2.
Well, there was no chance of this
to come on. 1 goal this season for the former Hearts and Hibs player. And he'll come on, and Nakamura, who scored in the League Cup for the very first time, has left the field of play. This meeting between these sides, the 2001 final in this competition. Henrik Larsson with a hat-trick, with 3 goals to 0. And Hartley immediately slots into the middle of the midfield. And it's Scott Brown who pushes out one.
It's a more solid Celtic midfield now. It's really hard for Kilmarnock to break down. Normal league game, you would think Kilmarnock maybe even pull Pascali in and just trying to stop Maloney getting on the ball and maybe drop Fernandes, but it's a cup tie, they've got to win it. I don't see how they're going to get back in it. They've just got to play for the next goal. If they get the next goal and blows it wide open, you're going to think at some point Connor Salmon and Donovan Simmons going to come on for him.
Gavin Scuttle already been used, the injury to Fraser Wright. There have been 2 one-off meetings between these sides in this competition. Celtic have won them both without conceding. They're looking to make it 3 out of 3. Brown into MacDonald. MacDonald holding up. First touch for Paul Hartley. Onto Donati. McGeady wanted it. Donati wants to go himself. Onto Brown. Offloaded onto Hinkle. Problems here for Killie. Bryson back well. Hinkle brings the ball back down. Hinkle away from Bryson. Not so from Gavin Skelton. Comes along. 8 times he played in this competition for Gretna. And a taste against Celtic tonight. Brown, delightful. Can he finish with a crossover? He did so, taken down on the chest by James Fowler. And Combe wanted it, was delivered on to Towell. Towell under pressure. Towell against Donati, did well. Towell still going. Cuts in field. His own personal quest ending with a stumble. There's Paul Hartley. And Andreas Hinkle closed down by Danny Invincible. Just downstairs at half-time, Billy, there's 1 or 2 Kilmarnock fans overheard. They'd basically had enough, they'd gone home.
I think that's a bit harsh. You know, they're doing well this season. Cup tie, a goal can change things, and they're away home, sit on the couch and watch on the TV.
And the Town have scored more than 2 goals this season. It was against Aberdeen in the last round. They're led by 4 goals to 2 at this point. A remarkable first half. They need a sensational second half here if they're going to turn this one round. Caldwell away. Ball back from Lilly on to Cole. Onto Towell. That's terrific play by Aidan McGeady. McGeady has it, trying to wrap it up for Celtic. McGeady on the inside, lays the ball back. Donald wanted too long. He then plays it back onto Hartley. He's scored in this competition, Paul Hartley, for Roy Rovers, for Hibs, for St Johnstone and for Hearts, and he nearly made it 5.
That's brilliant play by McGeady. He's really on top form tonight. Sees MacDonald, he misses a touch, lays it to Hartley. Combs rooted, isn't he? He's beating all ends up. He just slices across it and it just misses Combs' left-hand post.
Nearly added to his list of clubs, looking for the 5th time to get on the score sheet. In terms of clubs for Paul Hartley, Jim Jeffries not happy at the referee when he was coming back out. Craig Thompson. Craig Thompson, I'm sure, will console himself to know he's not the first referee that's had the treatment from Jim Jeffries.
Doesn't surprise me, that, Paul.
Simple header from Maloney, gets it back. Maloney goes for it, breaks off the back of Murray and Alan Combe. Well, you think you've seen everything in football. I saw the sprinklers come on at Hamilton during the match. Thomas Cherney getting soaked, but I don't think I've ever seen a goalkeeper almost scoring an own goal like Alan Cole may have done there.
Sure, you're allowed to use your hands as a goalkeeper in the box, aren't you?
Well, decisions. Corner kick for Celtic, the first of the second half. Hartley across O'Day. Good block, Fernandez. And Pascali sent it away. Kilmarnock are creaking. Oh, pile of bodies going for that one, overhit by Donati, just went over the ball. McGeady's going to run into trouble there. Great play, Invincible now, Invincible taken down. Matt Wilson, yellow card.
It's a little clip by Matt Wilson, no other option. Invincible does ever so well, nicks it, dances past a couple of players, and then Wilson takes him out. Just a little pull, definite booking.
A little bit further out than the Nakamura one. Oh, it's Mark Wilson, the fourth player booked in the match. Nakamura booked in the first half, Wilson in the second. Celtic no yellow cards in the match against Livingston. The Boric watches, maybe Toole over the ball. Lilly, Pascali, Invincible, and Grant Murray getting ready to run from the left-hand edge of the box. Toole seems to be wanting some instruction. Murray is the man who darts in. Toole sends it across, almost inevitably. It's Gary Caldwell who wins it. Skelton pings it back in. Donati that time. Onto Brown. Brown was short for Hinkle. Murray plays the ball back in. Pascali. Oh, somebody with his hand in the face of Gary Caldwell as Grant Murray volleys wide.
Yeah, he took one right in the face. He's been a magnet, isn't he? You're right, everything that goes in that box. I think he relishes captain in Celtic tonight. He just wants to command, and he's been absolutely immense tonight, Gary Caldwell.
A fine job so far. Started the last 5. Approaching 100 appearances for Celtic. Pascali wins the header. Down on to Invincible. Difficult one for Hamill to take. Gary Caldwell doesn't want to waste it, so he gives it to Maloney. McGeady's out wide, that should be intercepted by Fowler. That's good play from Fowler. He's only wanted just that extra touch. And Skelton not shy in coming forward either. Invincible thought he was being fouled. Over on to Hartley. Comes McGeady, accelerating away. Pascali has been booked, he had to withdraw from the challenge. Skelton clumps Scott Brown. I think he got both feet. Hartley onto McGeady. Donati, Wilson is wide. Fowler goes to meet him. Full back against the other. Blocked right onto Fernandez. Toole for Fowler. It was a great ball. Fowler just turned round, I think, at the wrong moment. Pascali and Murray go for it together. Celtic simply not resting the fact they're 2-0 ahead. They continue to go for it. Maloney. McGeady, you can almost hear Kilmarnock being stretched. Maloney again. Terrific from Celtic. Scott Brown, blocked by Howell. And Brown with a simple block. Tough times for Jamie Hamill on the score sheets against Celtic in the Scottish Cup. It's only back in February. Partly through into McDonald. Nice pass. Wilson sweeps up in behind Donati. Looks in for the line. And Maloney. Maloney challenged by David Lilly. to open his account this season. McGeady to Caldwell. Is it be taken by Hinkle? Pushing on to Donati. Taylor's with him. Shouts of time coming from the bench. As Hamill flicks it, Donati tries to gather. Well, the Killie bench didn't like that, but the referee right there to make the call. Hamill on Donati, free kick.
Just frustration, Paul. I'm just enjoying watching Celtic passing the ball about just now. It's a masterclass so far, and it's frustration. And from the bench, it was tight they were calling. They wanted to get them tight. When you get tight, and you get that tight, you give fouls away, and it's just joy to watch so far in this half from Celtic.
Skelton on to Hamill. Grant Murray looking for Bryson. Hinkle's header. Hartley back onto the German. Caldwell waits on to Hartley. Hartley again had to get rid of it quickly, did so. McGeady, was a good challenge from Fowler. McGeady straight back up again. It's not beyond Kilmarnock to get a goal here.
As I said, a goal changes everything. You know, seconds change games, and that's what Killie have got to do. Just hang in there and hopefully create a chance and take it. And if you take it, this game will change.
Pascali looks with Invincible. Forward again. Hinkle coming through that time on Craig Bryson. And it's now Kilmarnock's turn to try and make something of the set play.
Well, it's those silly free kicks again. Hinkle doesn't have to go for it. Bryson's always favourite. Flies in there and gives a dangerous free kick out on the left hand side.
Eddie Towell, who has been taking these free kicks, steals an extra yard. Signed too late to play in last season's competition. It's his first year in the League Cup. That's a decent ball in. It's almost inevitable again. It's Caldwell, gets away. Skelton played it back in. And if Grant Murray had been able to get a touch on that, he could have sent Boric the wrong way, wrong-footed him.
Yeah, it just cleared them, didn't it? Skelton just helped it back in, and you're right, Murray can go for it even, and just get a touch on it, might have put Boric off, but just misses it straight through to Boric. Chance gone.
Towell the touch. 5 caps for Morocco. It really has invigorated Kilmarnock at times, Medi Towell. I need this to be another such time. Pascali on to Bryson. Skelton, 2 in the box. Fernandez was there. It's O'Day who got it that time. Donati, rather lazy clearance. Towell on to Fernandez. Set out wide, Fowler in. And again, Gary Caldwell is there, yelling at his side too. Towell, Wilson comes across. Wilson just eased Towell away. Well, Gavin Skelton coming up. It's a decent free kick in, and Skelton reacted quickly.
Got to take the time with the delivery. They get it right, comes back out to Skelton, but just need a little bit less off it.
The Scottish Cup final he'd love to play. And the Cooperative Insurance Cup final 2. Pascali forward, Caldwell headed it out of play. Hamill on to Skelton. Skelton trying to find some space where none exists. And the play from Bryson. For it, that's better from Kilmarnock at the back. Done well by Maloney. Here comes Hartley. Celtic pressing to put an end to the match. You go to Hartley, to Brown. It's all to feet. It's all terrific from Celtic. Goes McDonald one way, then the other. perhaps lucky that he didn't make contact. McDonald just too quick for it. Scott McDonald scoring for the second time in this competition, netted against Dundee last term. Hartley swings it in. Pascal, the header away. And there is Hinkle. On to Hartley. Hinkle trying to play it through the legs of Hamill. Hamill was strong. On to Skelton. Pascal has a man right behind him. Worked it well. That's good play from Kilmarnock. Nice passing. And the men in blue and white. Fernandez, that's a dreadful ball onto Fowler. Fowler going at pace, had no chance of the ball.
Yeah, committed to his run, James Fowler. Fernandez fired at him, there's no chance of controlling it. I'm just maybe thinking, maybe Connor, Sam and Donovan Simmons coming on just for pace to let Kilmarnock get out, let them play it in behind the Celtic defence, and that lets their backline squeeze up a little bit. It's not happening for them at this moment in time, playing into feet.
Gibson's the other outfield option. Robson, McCourt and Sheridan. The outfield options remaining for Gordon Strachan. Scally got the flick on. Invincible tried to keep it in and did so down the line. Great play. Skelton moving forward. Well, it was clever play. It ended and Gary Caldwell looks on. Again from Fernandez. McGeady just overrun that. Good pressure from Fowler. Towell onto Fernandez. Fowler. The cross is key. The goalkeeper goes. Under no pressure. Just needed to be another few feet out to cause a problem.
Too high and too close to Boric.
Won it. Pascal has it. There's a chance for Jamie Hamill. Skelton ahead of him. Hamill continues to cut infield. Trying a little reverse ball through. Led by Hartley. On to Brown. And now McGeady. Celtic fluent in the break. McDonald taken out by Lilly. And round he goes. And it stops with a yellow card.
McGeady out to him, and once he lays it off, it's just a thumping challenge by Lillian. He leaves referee Thompson again, no choice but to give him that yellow card.
Players have to be careful in the two non-sectional meetings out of the 8 in the League Cup. One final, one semi-final. Players have been sent off in both. Chris Sutton and Christian Kokar. Well, that time by Lilly. We've talked about the fact, Billy, that Celtic are playing it well, they're passing it well, but Kilmarnock are also facing a side that they know they don't normally beat at home. Does that make it just that little bit more mentally tough for them?
It's psychological, that, but you've got to believe, you've got to keep on going, try and turn the game. A goal, as I said, will do that. Maybe a little tactical change, I say, put the pace on up front. It just lets their midfield get up, it lets their backline get up, because right now they're not hurting Celtic, and Celtic have a lot of the ball and just passing it. I'm trying to see the game out. Just needs something to change for Kilmarnock.
Murray on to Lilly. Too many chances in the second half. Hartley's shot was a good opportunity for him. Couldn't put it on target. He hit it well. Invincible wanted a free kick there. McGeady on to Brown. Caldwell. Super. That's clever from Maloney. Grant Murray has to be careful. He doesn't want to join his teammates in the book. Just shows the confidence Celtic have shown Maloney. Simple little touch.
I think all over the park, especially up front, have looked sharp tonight. McDonald, Maloney, McGeady just look great when they get the ball and really sharp.
Forward onto McDonald with the spin. The ball is won by Grant Murray. The Celtic fans don't like it behind Alan Cole. Good to get a touch. Now Skelton. Forward onto Fernandez. Neatly done, and then Pascali spoiled it. And gifted back. And Bryson can send it wide onto Fowler. Taul on the overlap. 2 in the box for Kelly, now 3. Go back onto Fowler. Celtic 10 men behind the ball. Fernandez. To Fowler, back to Fernandez again. Quality, the cross was good, and after Boric comes and grabs. A solid punch, made sure that nobody was going to beat him there. Donati though, ponderous. And Invincible was a little bit unfortunate there.
Well, it's not great play by Donati. He's been good tonight, but it's such an important punch from Boric, because it's a great ball in from Fernandez. Invincible's there. If he gets a touch, ends up in the net. Donati dwells on it, he gets it stolen off him, but eventually Celtic receives it. Yes, there you go, what a cross that is, and Boric gets a great punch on.
The only ever present now for Celtic this season, with the absence of Stephen McManus through injury. Scott Brown has appeared in all 14 matches to date. Mark Wilson wasn't happy about the tackle. I don't think there was much malice in it. Danny Invincible was stretching. The fullback's done well coming in tonight. Mark Wilson makes his League Cup debut for Celtic. Can play either side. And Danny Invincible looking to add his 4 League Cup goals. Well, if you think Gordon Strachan doesn't care about this competition, I'll tell you what, think again. It's on his agenda to win. The referee's having a word with Jim Jeffries.
Imagine being the 4th official on that bench. Gordon Strachan and Jim Jeffries.
Alan Muir, I'm sure, is having a fine night over there. The dugout's separated, I think, by a lick of paint. Offside. Here comes Hamill. Invincible. And the referee decides Gary Caldwell was at fault that time. Interesting to see it again. Just goes in. No, there's not much in that for me, Billy.
I think it's a clear foul ball. Going to have to take it on there.
So not just step
silly
in front,
is what you're saying. When he can't win the ball, gives a nudge. For me, it's a free kick.
Did he nudge from the elbow? Did he go in with the shoulder?
Yeah, but the ball's not even invincible yet. We'll have a debate if you want.
I'll give you this one. Still too early with a nudge. Taul flicks it out. Headed back across, and Danny Invincible brings Kilmarnock back into the tie. Pascali with a header across. Danny Invincible, a 5th League Cup goal, and how the match changes now.
Well, we said a goal will change it. It's a lovely delivery to the back post. Pascali wins it. I think it's Caldwell that drops Invincible. His first mistake of the night. What an important mistake it could be. Invincible just gets himself in. Pascali wins it well. Invincible spun off of Caldwell. It's an easy finish.
68 minutes played. We've got a quarter of the match remaining, and it becomes tasty again. The fair served up between Kilmarnock and Celtic, and Danny Invincible is on the score sheet. If you're now watching in the pub having been here, you might live to regret that decision. Well, the free kick has been awarded. In fact, the throw, it's the blind corner for us. We'll have a look out. Referee Craig Thompson says throw. Interesting now how Celtic respond as well.
Again, it's another silly free kick, leads to the goal. You don't give them away. No, we might have thought it was soft, but it is a silly one. It's a good delivery and the ball ends up in the net, and now it's game on.
Taul back onto Lily. Lily forward. Invincible with a header. Bryson going up there. Breaks through Pascali. Hamill, nice touch. Bryson fortunate to see it again. And again. Towell. Delightful again, Hamill. Under pressure. Well, he's not hanging about. And just takes Scott Brown to the ground. Kilmarnock fans don't agree, but the arm goes up. Scott Brown and a Hamill. Bit of history between that pair.
Yeah, there have been a bit of afters. You're right there, Paul, it is a free kick.
Well, they're making memories tonight, that pair. That'll continue, I'm sure, into the next league match. They'll play in November, the 12th of November at Celtic Park. But here, Cooperative Insurance Cup quarter-final. Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 2. Trying to join Dundee United through last night against Dunfermline. Falkirk against Inverness. Kelly Thistle, they got through last night. Inverness, I believe, played very well. And Rangers disposed of Hamilton. Brown onto Hinkle. Celtic have been playing with a great deal of composure and passing, and they continue to do so despite the loss of the goal. It's delightful football. Can Scott Brown round it off? He'll send it out wide. Aidan McGeady for 3! The goal from Danny Invincible just served to annoy Celtic. Sweet passing, sweet movement, sweet finish. Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 3.
It's one of the best goals you'll see, especially the way the game's gone in the last few minutes. You'd think they would start to panic, not having any of it. They just work it away from this right hand side. Hartley involved. Sent him McDonald. Laid off to Scott Brown. He picks out McGeady. Touch. Where's it end up? In the back of the net. Great finish. An all round absolutely wonderful goal.
7 passes, the 7 steps to heaven, and the 8th. Brilliant from Aidan McGeady. Just how you want the ball to be finished. Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 3. 16 goals in 8 previous League Cup meetings, 4 tonight, as the free kicks conceded. Hartley on Towell, and the scoring might not be finished yet.
Credit to Kilmarnock, you know, they're losing other goals. You know, it's a hard one for them to take. And straight away they're on the attack again. Towell, edge of the box, another free kick.
Kilmarnock need to score 3 to get level. A bit of trivia for you: the last time Celtic conceded more than 2 goals in the League Cup tie was back in 1985. They conceded 4 against Hibs and they drew 4 each. Towell goes for goal. Boric with a delightful touch.
Great from Towell. He just shows him the old eyes to try and kid on. He was going to cross it in the box. He just tries to do him at the near post, but Boric is aware, gets a good touch on it.
Corner across to go for it. On the angle, Hamill played it through. Away by Gary Caldwell. Great cup tie. Skelton. Kilmarnock pulled it back just for 2 minutes. And Celtic restoring the 2-goal cushion. Well, Aidan McGeady, 1 previous League Cup goal that came back September 2004 against Falkirk. He started the match against Livingston and he scored tonight here against Kilmarnock. Delightful goal. Boric forward, Lilly sends it back. O'Day did well. Skelton tries to go in there. Comes McGeady again. That one he did well. Skelton, lovely little shuffle of the feet. Tries to send it wide, does so. Fernandez. Sheridan going to come on for Celtic. Sent out wide onto Towell. Horrible, looked like he was hitting a bit of concrete then. Fernandez goes down. Wilson with a shuffle. Now Down the line it goes, on to McDonald. That's delightful again. Celtic love this big pitch here at Rugby Park. Hinkle on to Hartley. Murray's head up. Towell. He's out to McGeady. They both go down. The free kick goes Celtic's way.
So stretched the game now, isn't it? Kilmarnock desperately trying to get into it. And one pass from McDonald there takes out the full midfield, and Celtic find a lot of space.
Celtic fans behind Alan Cole, enjoying a touch. A good cheer here. Alan Cole comes for it. Good two-fisted punch. After Gavin Skelton, who is playing ahead of Jamie Hamill. Hinkle's headed away. Squeezes through onto Brown. Donati. McGeady onto Brown. Wilson onto McDonald. That's the last part he'll play in the match. There's Donati. McDonald. He's working the 1-2. Good play from Murray. Skelton onto Fernandez. Invincible's offside. Celtic knew it, kept the line superbly well.
Ah, they did. It was good play. Fernandez takes in. He's not off. He's not off. It's a poor decision from the assistant referee. He's right in line with that. He's looking at it. And he's got to get them right. And Invincible knew. You knew by his reaction that he was onside.
It's interesting from that angle. And again, it's played so quickly. It looked just off. And in the replay, it was called back wrongly. Scott McDonald scored in 3 consecutive matches on this ground, earns the applause. His work completed for the evening, and he got it all started here with a goal after 11 minutes.
It was a great finish. As Craig Levine and Pat Evan were talking about the studio, half time, just used his body, nudged Grant Murray and got himself that space. Good goal scorer, knocks it in the net, but he's looked sharp all night on top of that.
Gillian Sheridan on. Fernandez onto Towell. Offside flag again up on the far side. Kilmarnock sitting third, last 4 in the SPL, 1-2 against Hearts and Motherwell, lost against Inverness and Falkirk. Well, he just limped back to the bench after half time. Nakamura. Celtic will have an eye on the fact, play Hearts on Sunday, a match you can hear on BBC Radio Scotland. So too you'll hear Celtic against Manchester United in the Champions League as well. And Nakamura was the hero last time at Celtic Park against Manchester United. Could he do so again? Apparently it's Kilmarnock in search of a hero. Either a hero or a miracle worker to come back. Might get a chance here. O'Day flicked it on, Caldwell down. And prepared to get the jersey dirty to get the ball back to Artur Boric. Murray sends it forward. Skelton chase. Hinkle a little bit of problem. And Artur Boric, well, shows he can do it as well. Cool and calm. And a nice little touch. Maloney, little bump over Bryson. Nice touch by Artur Boric. He'll be talking to the boys in training tomorrow about that one. Just tell them exactly what he did.
Some bottle, isn't it? For somebody who's made a few mistakes in recent times when he does things like that, but that's what makes him the goalkeeper he is.
A couple of mistakes against Slovenia. And he's with a cup winner though. Scotland and with Poland. Angled ball. And it breaks off the Kilmarnock head. Lily had come forward. Pascali 2 up there. Interesting, Pascali likes to be known either as Pasca or Stallion. I think Stallion was his suggestion.
I wonder why.
Oh, Aidan McGeady, a terrific contribution. This is wonderful passing, delightful by Brown, held up well, and Brown knew exactly what he wanted to do, and so too did Aidan McGeady. That was class.
He was involved twice, and so McDonald, now to Brown again. McGeady finishes.
Donati driving forward, tries to step over away from Fowler, manages to hold up, still going, little ball chipped in. I was taken away from the goalkeeper by Murray. Not to a cost, well not yet anyway. Hinkle on to Brown again, he gets on the end of it, no takers. Killian Sheridan not a million miles away. Fowler blocks. Interesting, Killian Sheridan, it's his 8th appearance for Celtic. He's played in the SPL, Europe, the Scottish Cup, and now in the League Cup in just 8 appearances.
Well, he's just on the pitch, but I'm betting if that's Scott McDonald in there, he's knocking that one in the net, getting himself in. It's a great ball by Hinkle, great touch by Brown again, flashed right across face, striker's dream, nobody there.
Fernandez gives the ball back, Bryson loses out onto Maloney. McGeady attempting a bit of a masterclass on there. Dan O'Day. A lot of good Celtic performances. Dan O'Day will count himself among those. Coming in for his first start of the season. Behind in the pecking order to McManus and Rubens as well. Well, that's a terrible pass from Donati, and he knew it. Can Kilmarnock make them pay? Fernandez and Toole combining down the right. Wilson solid at left back, but Toole manages to get the touch and the turn. Ball all the way back to Artur Boric. Well, is it now time for a bit of salmon?
I must be thinking about it, Paul. I think Invincible's struggling just now as well. And just a bit of fresh legs, and I say get them turned, get it in behind them, and give them a chance for the midfield to go up and support them.
McGeady got to it first. Scarlett sliding in there. Celtic with the better of the possession and with the better of the split of the 4 goals too. Simmons going to come on. McGeady onto Hartley immediately. Asks Hinkle to move away from him. Comes back for Killian Sheridan. Brown, delightful again. Here comes Hartley. Hartley still twisting, still turning. Running out of tough. Be interesting, Billy, to see what Gordon Strachan has made of his Celtic performance, since they've been so good in so many areas.
I think he'll be delighted because a lot of fringe players playing tonight and have taken a chance. As you say, Adi, Donati come in, played quite well, a couple of slack passes, but overall Donati's been good. Sheridan now getting his chance, and the movement's been brilliant. So overall, I think Gordon Strachan must be delighted with the whole all-round display tonight.
Towell and Fernandez about to be withdrawn. Salmon and Simmons has to dig Kilmarnock out of a very big hole. McGeady wide. Wilson on to McGeady again. Shuffle and field. Wilson yelling for it. That's brilliant once more. Chip ball across. Killian Sheridan. Well, that was a great chance for him to get 2 and 2. Delightful chip.
Delightful pass from McGeady as well. You know, the weight of pass from him. And you're right, he hangs up brilliantly. Mark Wilson, and you know, young Killian Sheridan just on the pitch could have had himself a couple of goals already in this match.
Taro and Fernandez withdrawn. In fact, Fernandez has stayed on. It's Invincible who goes off. So Kilmarnock, we're going to take off number 20, David Fernandez. A late change. And it's Danny Invincible who goes off. Delightful again from Celtic. McGeady sees Brown. Can he round it off for a goal? Well, it was time for a smile. And Scott Brown, a winner with Hibs. 2 goals in his last 3. There's confirmation of the substitutions. Tyrrell and Invincible departed. Salmon and Simmons. Some Super S's. Can they find the goals? Maloney on to Brown. 5 minutes to play. Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 3. Too much that time by McGeady, picked up by Fowler. Fowler sends it out wide onto Fernandez. Fernandez wants some help, gets it through Simmons. Simmons taking the touch, going for the byline. Kilmarnock pick up again, they've never given up, continue to come at Celtic. Well in field, Brown just catching him. And looking ahead. Can they find a way back? Hamill plays it in. Simmons found it, and it went behind. You see highlights of the SPL action on the BBC Monday night, 10:35. BBC One Scotland, the SPL highlights. And if you just can't wait, then all the highlights from Sundays from 6 o'clock, bbc.co.uk/sportscene. See the highlights of the SPL matches, all the football on the BBC. Maloney. Out wide, Fowler was there. Simmons, wasn't a great ball. Fernandez fought to keep it in. Wilson for Sheridan, hit Lilly and then back onto Sheridan. It's a bit unfortunate there. Cole will gather. New 1-year deal being discussed for Alan Cole in fine form this season. 6 clean sheets, but 3 have gone past him tonight. McGeady. Knocks off Sheridan and out of play. Kilmarnock got past Aberdeen in the last round. The fall to Celtic tonight. They got to Aberdeen for the SPL action at the weekend. Simmons didn't have that under control, will get a second chance. Spins to the line. Corner goes Kilmarnock's way. Wilson had a rueful shake of the head. And Kelly conjures something up from the set play. Comes out onto Bryson. Well, he's got previous against Celtic. But all he can do is thump the ball into the big Kilmarnock strip in the Moffat stand.
Yeah, it could have been last throw of the dice for Kilmarnock. Again, Cold will get the head on it, but he's not set, he's leaning back. It's only one place that's ending up.
Above and beyond the call of duty. You still can't find it now. Oh, put up your jumper, take it home. 4 quarter-finals settled in 90 minutes last season. All 4 quarter-finals will be settled in 90 minutes this season also. The only tie to feature goals from both sides. Celtic leading by 3 goals to 1. Celtic fans certainly happy. We've seen some great football from their side. Connor Salmon, 2 goals in the last round, just nudging that time. There's another player that's been signed up for the next few years. Towell, Pascali, Salmon as well. Alan Strachan much more relaxed now, but he'll be concerned about Nakamura. Obviously hopes that's not serious.
Yeah, it's great when the game's over, can just sit back, relax, but there's a man there. They're desperate to get him fit, make sure and get him ready for the important games coming up.
Skelton battling for it, and then he goes down. 3 additional minutes being played here at Rugby Park. Lead leaders Celtic, 3 goals to 1 ahead. Brown taken out by Skelton. Play on, says the referee. Scott Brown has a smile across to the fans on this near side. Sheridan off on to McGeady. Celtic looking for a 4th, and they get a free kick. Paul Hartley was taken by Pascali. And from one bearded wonder to another, words of, well, less than pleasant.
It's just frustration. Brown taken out here, Hartley taken out just outside the box. Would any witness what's happened tonight from silly free kicks been given away?
Gavin Skelton joins his teammates in the book. Further Pascali, Lilly, Nakamura and Wilson. And Furlong Brown on the near side. Celtic's biggest League Cup win is 4-1 against Kilmarnock. They lead by 3-1. Sean Maloney looking for it. Sean Maloney, he's done this so often. Doesn't do it that time. Up and down. Denied a 9th goal in this competition. And the first one is returned.
He gets up and over, but Combs already on his way. Gambles, gets down and clutches it well.
Salmon battling, O'Day reach to Skelton. To Hinkle. Now Hartley, Donati will be pleased to get 90 minutes under his belt. Played 41 times last season, gave it away though. And Fowler rather tired coming forward. The Kelly captain.
There was a chance, it was a poor pass from McGeady. Leaves it short, Phil's on. It's a 2v2 situation, but he just decides to take it like 25 yards out. Just hooks it across, and nowhere near the target. Sums up the night.
He's never scored in cup competition for Kelly. Not likely to with shots like that. He'll know that too. Arnaborics plays it away. Sheridan flicked on. Maloney fancied it. Comes back towards Sheridan. Looking at Sheridan, keen to show what he can do in the absence of Venegura Heslak and Georgios Samaras. And go forward. It's in that awkward position. From goalkeeper and defend it. Fowler did well. Coleman, great save in the first half. Long kick out. Salmon waits for it. Salmon infield. And well, it's a delightful little ball. Fernandez would have loved a goal against his former club. Sheridan's there. The referee decides that's it. It's all over. It's 13 in a row for Celtic at Rugby Park, a ground they love. Absolutely adore playing here. And there's some great performances. Scott McDonald with the opening goal. Kensuke Nakamura with a free kick for Alan Combe. Got a touch on, but he's hobbling down the tunnel. That will concern some. And Aidan McGeady rounding off a 7-pass move that is Scott Brown as its beating heart. And Aidan McGeady finished it. Kilmarnock briefly back in the game. The goal from Danny Invincible. But it was Celtic's night. They played some delightful football. They joined Dundee United, Falkirk and Rangers. The end of January will see the semi-finals. Kilmarnock have joined us. Clubs going out. Dundee United, Falkirk, Rangers and Celtic all through. It's finished tonight. Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 3.
Yeah, good win for Celtic. Said it was a fantastic goal. He took it very well indeed. He's with Chris McLaughlin.
Aidan, a great result, a great performance. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, very happy with it. I think we had a lot of good players in the night. Played good football. It was like we set out. Obviously, we had we've got a few players injured, so we had a different formation tonight, and it worked really well.
Yeah, given that there was a different formation, it really seemed to click for Celtic this evening.
It was certainly first half anyway. We had a lot of good football played, created a lot of chances. They very rarely gave the ball away. We created a lot of openings, I think, and obviously we getting 2 goals at the first half. It sort of set us on our way.
And of course, good to get on the score sheet yourself. Talk us through the goal.
Well, to be honest, I was just there to finish it off. It was a great move, a great team move. Obviously, Brownie was the architect. Great side row pass, and I've just taken a touch. Also, I thought it got a wee bit away from me, but I just slid it past the goal. I was happy.
I'd imagine that very pleased with the form leading up to some very big games. Hearts, of course, on Sunday, and then Manchester United.
Yeah, well, I think obviously, as the saying goes, we'll take it one game at a time. Obviously, Man United's in the back of our minds, but Hearts on Sunday's the first game.
Yeah, Nakamura looked as though he took a sore one. That's a concern, I would imagine.
To be honest, Naka, I mean, he takes a lot of kicks, and most of the time he's fit in a couple of days. He's just like that. He's like a rubber man, to be honest with you. But I think he'll be fine. It's just a kick at half time.
Aidan, well done, man of the match this evening. Enjoy.
Cheers.
A wee glass of champagne for Aidan McGeady tonight, and congratulations to his third goal. Took the ball very well indeed. Now, Craig, it's quite interesting because given the fact that Celtic are 2-0 up at half time, and Kilmarnock have got this dreadful record against them at Rugby Park. Is there times as a player do you think that you get kind of think, oh, here we go again? Psychologically you think, oh no, we're going to get beaten again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since Kilmarnock have managed to beat Celtic. But that at half time, that's the manager's job, to try and get into players' heads. You can only do it before the game and at half time. Once the game's finished, there's nothing you can do about it. So half time's important. And I think Jim would have been trying to get in their heads. Look, we need to close Celtic down quicker. I mean, part of the problem for Kilmarnock was that yes, the full-backs were bombing on down the outside, but they can only get the ball if Celtic get time in the midfield to find them with a pass. And I just didn't think that Killie ever got close enough to win the ball in that midfield area to take advantage of Celtic pushing on in the wider areas.
There's a slight bit of fear as well with Kilmarnock. It's been based on good defence. A lot of the good play this season. Now you've got one centre back and forward missing before the game, and quite early on, Wright goes off injured as well. Now that's going to have a little bit of effect. You're going to have the base of your central defence away just now. I mean, Pascali is very, very important for them, but I think he was trying to do quite a lot of jobs tonight. When he just sits in that area and kills everything in there and doesn't have to do anything going forward, but I think he was trying to, maybe develop a little bit more, and I don't think he played as well as he often does play. I just think they were confused by Celtic's system. Aidan McGeady's just said it there. We tried a different system today. We said it right at the top of the show. I didn't think it was going to be a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2. I thought it was going to be something a bit different. And you just seen with the movement of Nakamura all the way across McGeady, changing, moving all. Kilmarnock players didn't know who to pick up half the time.
Absolutely. Football coming up tonight, later here on BBC One. Match of the day, highlights of all the matches down south. 9 matches tonight in the Premiership. I'll give you the results later, but let me tell you, just now the North London derby, not finished yet, but Arsenal against Spurs. It's 4-3 to Arsenal at the moment. Highlights of that at 11:15 tonight. Now, Craig, let's just talk a wee bit about Gordon Strachan and the fact that, Pat was saying at half time, he's quite happy now to kind of change the system, make a big difference to them, and he certainly did that tonight. I think a bit of credit, should go his way, shouldn't it?
Well, I always do credit God. I think he's a fantastic manager, and I think his system tonight, if you probably ask Gordon, to be honest with you, his system tonight was dictated by the players that he had available. I'm not so sure if he had Venegur Hesselink available that they would have played quite the same system. But what he has done is looked at what he's got, and looked at the team and looked at the strengths of the players and played a system that suited
him to do different things, and that's what he was able to do tonight.
Yeah, he certainly was. Gordon Strachan will be happy. Jim Jeffries, though, disappointed, I'm sure. He's with Chris.
Jim,
the thing is, when you've got players that are adaptable to do that, it's great because you can ask him to do different things, and that's what he was able to do tonight.
Yeah, he certainly was. Gordon Strachan will be happy. Jim Jeffries, though, disappointed, I'm sure. He's with Chris.
Jim, a disappointing evening for you. Can you have any complaints with the result?
No, you can't have complaints when you look at the first goal and it's the smallest man in the box that's come off the marker and allowed to get a header. He nearly got a second not long after that, so we've gifted them a goal, and that's something if you're going to have a go against the Celtic or have a chance to beat them, you kind of keep giving them cheap goals like that. The second one, we're adamant it was never a foul, and Nakamura's done that to us and other teams in the past. It's a terrific free kick. But I felt the last 15 minutes of the first half was what we were, what we did in the last 15 minutes of the first half, really get in about them and try and upset them a wee bit. We should have done that for the start, but we didn't get close enough to them. And when we got back in the game, I can't fault my player. The players gave everything the other night, and when they got it back to 2-1, it was a bit of quality that opened us up for a third goal. But if we just maybe held it another 5 minutes, because there was still 25 minutes to go when we got it back to 2-1, I think we might have tried to put them under pressure. I felt we had enough of the ball just after we scored, but we were trying to play little triangles and try to feed it through when we should have just been putting it in the box and put them under a bit of pressure, because having lost the type of goal that they did with a ball in the air and knocked down, we should have been throwing it in there, but we tried to play our way through them again, and that was the wrong decision.
Just in the end, then, that bit of quality, the difference between the sides?
Well, I felt in the outfield play we worked hard, and we didn't cut up so much. It's a free kick and a corner kick that's put them 2 up, and their bit of quality on outfield play, they scored a third goal. But as far as competing against them in that, in the second half we tried hard, and we gave it everything, and we worked our socks off. But they've got better quality players than us, and at the end of the day, that's why they deserve to go through.
Jim, thank you.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries, pretty positive there about his performance, but offering that perhaps they should have got the ball in the box, perhaps, and not try to play too much in the way of fancy stuff. So United, Dundee United, of course, Falkirk, Celtic and Rangers in the semi-finals. I guess you want Celtic against Rangers semi-final and take Falkirk.
I'd never make any comments about who you want in a draw. It's disrespectful to anybody. But I mean, looking at it, this competition, I think, has become quite important to the old firm. You can see that. I felt in the past sometimes they would leave players out and mess about with things, but I think they're both desperately keen to win this competition. Certainly Rangers were last season, as we found out. And I think we're looking forward to being involved in the draw. There's a lot of teams out there who'd love to be in our position.
Absolutely. Well, let's quickly head back to Rugby Park. Gordon Strachan's with Chris.
Gordon, a great result and a great performance this evening. Congratulations.
I thought it was both. To come here at a quarter-final and cut up against a team that's third in the league, and to play well the way we did, because we had to change it a bit, because physically we're not the biggest, so we had to concentrate on playing real close passing, brave on the ball, good movement, and we had that all through the game. I thought they were absolutely terrific.
All the more pleasing because you did have to shuffle the pack tonight.
Yeah, we did, and I thought the 2 centre halves were good when they're needed. Massimo coming, excellent, and I just thought the movement and passing and their bravery on the ball, because it got a bit tasty at times there. Per Nakamura, he got booked for telling the referee he counted 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles he had on him, but I think the referee booked him because it was only 3.
Gordon, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, let me tell you now about some of the matches that happened down south. 9 matches in the Premiership. Look at that. 4 all in the North London Derby. Harry Redknapp got a bit of glory for him tonight. Aston Villa 3-2 win for them. Head down, Man United 2-0 in that at the moment. Ronaldo getting a couple there. The FIFPro Player of the Year, Middlesbrough against Man City. Alphonso Alves and Gary O'Neill scoring for Middlesbrough, and Stoke at the bottom. Ricardo Fuller, remember him, the Jambo, getting a goal for Stoke City. Now we'll be back on Saturday at 4:30 with Sports Scene. But tonight, United, Rangers, Falkirk and now Celtic will be in the semi-final of the Cooperative Insurance Cup. Good to see you. Bye-bye.